hope and pray that everyone had a wonderful journey in association of wonderful devotees and the eternal associates of the divine couple. So those spiritual warriors who made our journey, Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, Yamuna Sundari Mataji, I.V. Gautam, Kasturi Manjari Devidasi, Brahmacharis from the Houston, Rasika Shiromani Prabhu, Rahul Prabhu, Manani Mataji, Amol and Smita Panchpande, Girivardhari Prabhu, Abhay Joshi Prabhu, Samant and Swastika Panchal, Sudevi Sundari Mataji, Srinivas Acharya, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Parsarthi Prabhu, Prathamesh Prabhu, Shriya Devi Dasi, Rohit Mishra, Paramananda Hari Prabhu, Nandan Priya Devi Dasi, Nadia Kumar Prabhu, Saraswati Devi Dasi, Asmita, Tulsi Priya Devi Dasi, Namanan Prabhu, Prem Vinodini Mataji, Janki Khan Prabhu, Lavanga Latika Mataji, Rajendra Prabhu, Kamal Priya Devi Dasi, Raga Bhakti Devi Dasi, Prathamesh Prananath Gopal Prabhu, Rasi, Radhika Prem Devi Dasi, Vraj Vinod Prabhu, Anand Vinodini Devi Dasi, Manharini Devi Dasi, Radhika and Haridev Prabhu, Rukmati Devi Dasi, Madhvi Gopi Devi Dasi, Madhav Charan Prabhu and Ananya Bhakti Devi Dasi, Karunamai Mataji, Amal Nam Prabhu, Barsana Rani Mataji, Advait Prabhu, Shrikant Survasi Prabhu, Satchinandan Krishna Prabhu, Sitala Priya Devi Dasi, Rasakrida Prabhu, Anand Radhika Devi Dasi, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, Arjun C. Thakur, Balram Prabhu, Ravindra Yeram Prabhu, Kamlesh Dingra Mataji, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Harikatha Devi Dasi, Lekha Mataji, Purvi Parmar Mataji, Suchitra Devi Dasi, Karunya Murti Devi Dasi, I think those are the devotees who joined today. So let's hear the wonderful song before we'll read from the Brihad Bhagavatamrita.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagat Samsare बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे पतित पावन हेतु तब अवतार पतित पावन हेतु तब पतिता प्रभु न पाइबे मौसम पतिता प्रभु न पाइबे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Ha ha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Ha ha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi करो मोरे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई तव कृपा बोले पहाय चैतन्य निताय तव कृपा बोले पहाय चैतन्य निताय आहा स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुना आहा स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुना भट्ट जुगा श्री जीव प्रभु लोकना भट्ट जुगा श्री जीव प्रभु लोकना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास रामचंद्र संगा मगे नरोत्तम दास रामचंद्र संगा मगे नरोत्तम दास श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे तुम बिना के दयालो जगत संसारे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु
Thank you very much, Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, for playing a wonderful song. Also, uh, Rajesh and Sweta Mataji also attended. So we will read the verse that we read yesterday to bring up to the speed, and then we will continue. Text 100. While he lovingly gazed at the gopis, they tried hard to keep their hands steady. As with their pleasure, they set about daubing collyrium on his lotus eyes to make them shine. So I was really yesterday was saying that I need to find out the meaning of the daubing because I never heard that word before. So it says that it's like a graffiti, like a dark paint, and collyrium is like a eye color. So they were putting there on the lotus eyes to make them shine. Commentary. Because Krishna's loving glance made the gopis aesthetic, their hands began to tremble and they had difficulty applying Krishna's kajal neatly. That's ointment. So we will continue text 101. Krishna spoke freely with them about how he enjoyed sporting in the forest. And by joking with them in various charming ways, he inspired their special conjugal love. Commentary. In this situation, Krishna took the liberty to touch some of the gopis on their breast. Text 102. In the midst of all these loving exchanges, the decoration never quite got finished. The gopis had to keep erasing their attempts and trying again and again. Commentary. These distractions made it difficult for the gopis to finish the final touches of putting tilak on the Krishna's forehead, painting his hands, and so on. Several times they decided, quote, this hasn't been done right, erase it and do it again. Quote is over. Text number 103. Mother Yasoda, her heart perturbed by affection for her son, came outside several times to see what was going on and spoke to the girl as if angry. Commentary. Mother Yasoda was only apparently angry. She could never actually harbor any ill feelings toward the young gopis. Text 104. Sri Yasoda said, O daughters of the cowherds, you are just unreliable children. Haven't you finished bathing and decorating him yet? Commentary. Having known these girls from the beginning of their lives, Yasoda was very familiar with their behavior. They couldn't carry out such a simple task in a reasonable time, and this proved her judgment of them. Text 105. Sri Sarup said, as the gopis stood around their beloved Krishna, glancing at him again and again, one elderly lady noticed that Krishna seems eager for some joking words. She therefore spoke up. Text 106. Quote, my goodness, come here, my daughter Yasoda. You will be happy to see this. These girls have made your dark blue son very handsome. Quote is over. Text 107. Hearing these joking words from the elderly lady, Yasoda again came outside. And when she understood the joke, she spoke out as if angry. Text 108. Sri Yasoda declared, all kind of natural beauty worship the lotus feet of my Shyam Sundar, who dances with abandon on the head of the universe. Commentary. There may be many beautiful boys in the world, but in the eyes of Mother Yasoda, her son excels all of them. After all, he is not only Sundar, but also Shyam. In other words, his dark complexions make his beauty unique. Text 109. For sure, the beauty of all these gopis combined deserves not even a show of respect from the beauty of even the lip of one of his toenails. Commentary. Someone might argue with Yasoda that although no one's beauty approaches Krishna's, Sri Radha and her gopi companions are exceptions. After all, they are the most beautiful being in creation. But Yasoda says no, not even their beauty dares stand in comparison with his. Whatever little beauty they may have is of no use, since They are not meant to become his wives. That's 110. Sri Sarup said, it is possible to describe his beauty, the splendor of his effulgent complexion, or his charming sweetness. With that sweetness, nothing in this material world can compare, nor even the sweetness of God Himself in other forms, not even as the Lord of Dwarka. Commentary. In his unique bodily luster, in the sublime proportion and symmetry of all his limbs, and in the overall splendor and charm of his form, Krishna's beauty is amazing. Attempts to compare his eyes and other future to beautiful things such as lotuses do little justice to his beauty. In fact, it is useless to compare Krishna's beauty even to that of Sri Vishnu and other forms of Godhead, who imitate the ways of the material world, or even to that of Sri Narayan, or the Lord of Ayodhya, or Sri Yadunath, Krishna of Dwarka. Text 111. As Krishna of all romantic heroes is the most superb, so Radha of all romantic heroines. And as Radha of all heroines is the most superb, so Krishna of all heroes. Commentary. The only beauty then can truly compare with Krishna's is the equal beauty of Srimati Radharani. The two lovers are comparable only with one another. Text 112. When the gopis saw that Nand, king of the cowherd, had taken his bath and had arrived with Balram, they all speedily disappeared, and Krishna came forward. Commentary. As Nand Maharaj approached, the gopis recognized his voice. Without waiting for him to see them, they had themselves nearby. Text 113. Nanda sat down on his golden seat in the dining hall and began to have his meal with the two brothers at his sides. Commentary. Krishna and Balram also had golden seats. Text 114. Yasoda's darling child sat on his left and son of Rohini on his right. And at the strong insistence of these brothers, I sat directly opposite in my own place. Commentary. For the oldest son to sit on his father's right is standard etiquette. And this also made it easier for Nanda Maharaj to feed Krishna with his own hand. The two brothers asked for Swarup to sit just opposite them and Nanda Maharaj. Though Swarup was served separately, Nanda shared his own food with his two sons. This was acceptable for him to do with two boys who had not yet received the sacred thread initiation. Text 115, 116. From inside the house of Sri Rohini sent the emperor of mills, arranged in many jewel-backed vessels of gold and silver. Mother Yasoda, with great affection, served the food of all four kinds and endowed with all good qualities. And Krishna began to eat. Commentary. Since Sri Krishna was the star attractions at dinner, Swarup gives particular attentions to how Krishna was fed. Mother Rohini arranged the meal artistically on excellent serving dishes and sent it out to the dining hall. The food displayed all admirable qualities: good fragrance, good color, good taste, and so on. Text 117. He heartily devoured the various delicacies, which filled many separate bowls, brought in on a large gold platter. Commentary. Literally, kavalayam means rolling the food into morsels to be chewed and swallowed. Text 118. At one point, his mother, his father, and his brother took turns carefully putting morsel into his mouth. Morsel he playfully accepted. Text 119. Now and then he also drank all sorts of splendid beverages, carried in large bowls, and pure water carried in pitchers. Text 120. At the start of the meal, he ate warm sweet rice with ghee and sugar, very tasty, together with cakes, pies, jalebis, and flatbreads. Text number 121. He ate other items fried in ghee, and he also had sweetened yogurt and various things made from transformation of yogurt and milk. Text 122. In the middle of the meal, he ate fine white rice, warm, fragrant, and tender, with fried dal balls and dal wafers and leafy greens and soups and other vegetable dishes. Text 123. He ate other items made mostly of milk products and mainly sweet and sour in taste, plus sour thing mixed with salt and pungent spices. Commentary. Among the spices used were hot pepper and a mixture of salt and roasted cumin seeds. Text 124. Toward the end, he once again adds sweetened yogurt, various other items made from yogurt, and buttermilk, garnished with asafoetida and other spices. And while he himself ate, he also fed me. Commentary. The Raj Nigantu dictionary gives a recipe for the sweetened yogurt preparation known as sikharini. To yogurt are added cinnamon, rock sugar, ground black pepper, and ground green cardamom, as well as honey and ghee. Then the mixture is kept for some time in a vessel packed in ice. Text 125. Neither words nor the mind can form a picture of how Krishna's lovely tongue, rising to his dark pink upper lip while he chewed, spotted within the cheeks of his lotus face, a face resplendent with the beautiful dancing of his lotus eyes and bow-like eyebrows. Commentary. Even how Krishna chews on jalebis and other food is wonder to behold. Everything the Supreme Lord does is attractive, and so too is everything done by his fully surrendered devotees. Text 126. The gopis brought from their homes many sweet cooked in milk, ghee, and sugar, and placed them before Mother Yashoda. Text 127. With wonderful, playful gestures, Krishna ate from all the dishes the gopis has brought, praising every item and eating from each dish more than once. He thus made all the gopis happy, and he also fed some of those items to me with his own hands. Text 128. Next, Sri Radhika brought Monohar laddus, both small round ones and large flat ones, and set them down on the Krishna's lap. Commentary. The Monohar laddu is aptly named the sweet ball that steals the heart. Sri Radha placed these laddus on Krishna's lap, where he could easily reach them. Text 129. Krishna picked up a few of those sweet with the nails of his thumb and forefinger and put them on the tip of his tongue. He then made a face as if they tasted like bitter neem. Text 130. Krishna's brother smiled. His mother was angry at Sri Radhika, and his father was surprised. Radha's innocent girlfriends were pained, and her antagonists were delighted. Commentary. Mother Yasoda was angry at the girls for bringing Krishna bitter sweets. None was surprised, doubting how the girl could possibly have done this. Though the gopis in rival parties were enlivened by the mistakes, Sri Radhika's innocent-minded Sakhis were upset by the thought that something bitter must have been put in the laddus. Among the Sakhis, however, the more clever could see a joke being played that would further highlight Sri Radhika's good fortune. Text 131. Since I was born in the family of Radharani's brother, Krishna threw all the laddus onto my plate. Surprised to find them extremely tasty, I ate them all. Commentary. Sridham is the brother of Srimati Radharani, and Sarup is also a member of their family. So Krishna thought it fit to dump the laddu on his plate. These bitter laddus are not fit for me. Her relatives deserve to eat them. In truth, however, Krishna knew that the laddus were most perfectly prepared, and he gave them to Sarup out of great love. So we will stop here. Time has reached. So with those thoughts, we can always meditate on these wonderful exchanges Krishna does every moment with his dear devotees. And that way our life will become very sublime and very happy. And we have to remain totally fearless. And whoever we come across, we have to give them a kind word that their life can also become happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the dusk of those wonderful devotees who take so much austerity to join every morning to help each other to improve our chanting on a daily basis. From Houston, from New Jersey, Boston, Virginia, Boise, St. Louis, Alachua, Montreal, San Jose, Phoenix, Tempe, Detroit, and Brampton. Vanchukalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhaya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaisnavebhyo
Namo Namaha.